Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.
Sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Well, good morning to another episode of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today we're going to talk about virtual offices and what they are. And before we go talk about virtual offices, we're going to actually move back 30 years and going to talk about executive suites. Virtual offices are trends of the future. A lot of people now work from home. A lot of companies allow people to work from home because it brings down the cost. When you look at being in a prestigious building or being at a particular address, an employee will use anywhere by 300 square feet for the cubicle or 200 square feet, and you multiply that by a lot of people, it takes more space, and it's more rent you're paying for per square foot. So they're allowing people to work from home. Small businesses can cut their expenses down dramatically by having a virtual office versus having a physical office. You shouldn't have a physical office until you have enough income to make sure you can be able to make the rent payment. And I would say probably if you look for an office, if you have to go that route, get the smallest office you can get in a convenient location that has a lot of traffic. You might can find an office, physical office, to be an interior office or something. You might can find them in certain areas for about $400 a month. As long as you have the income to cover it, I wouldn't worry so much about it. And you can also look at growing into that building. So do they have more space available, or are they going to be locked? In most cases, they're going to have enough space available. That's a starter space you can start from. And they allow you to sign a year contract for that space. You get your address established, you get your phone lines established, and just move throughout the building because there's a tenant that's going to give up a space, or a tenant that's in distress, or a tenant who wants to rent some of his space in order to cover some of his expenses. But get those type of buildings that, hey, at least the landlord knows that, hey, I want to grow, and I need to have an opportunity to grow if I can't handle the space, so I won't be locked in. Don't sign a 3-year lease because you might outgrow the space. But if they offer you a 6 months to a 12-month lease, that might be good for an office space. Just with a internet line, and that's pretty much all you really need. So let's kind of talk about executive suites, since I talked about that 30 years ago. Executive suites were an answer to help small businesses to get started. And the executive suite is a suite of offices that they rent. That can be an interior office or exterior office. Exterior meaning overlooking the outside window. There are small offices, big offices. You can put one person in. You can put 3 people in. You can't be pretty cramped to put someone more than 3 people in one little office, even if they're on 3 walls or behind each other, whatever. But anyway, those executive offices is a suite of offices, probably 30 or 40 offices, and there's usually a general receptionist who have a telephone to the people who subscribe to the offices. Usually, the phone service is already offered, and the address is usually offered in the executive suite package. Also, you have access to copy and fax and telephone and computer lines. So in the executive office, you have all these suites of office. You have one receptionist, really, really nice place with a conference room. The receptionist will take all the incoming calls, and every time they call your number, she will answer the phone in your company name. So maybe she has 30 or 40 of these, but she has, when someone calls that number, it appears with the script to let her know who's calling. Say, this is ABC Company, this is EFG Company, this is thank you for calling FYC Company, and so forth. And she knows because when they do call, they actually have the number flash up on the screen, the company name, so she don't go blank. She'll greet you every morning. You can go to your mailbox. It's like an apartment building, have a whole suite of mailboxes and get your mail. That's part of your package. They will charge you for each copy you charge, in addition if you want to use their fax services or their secretarial services. So all those things are included. And it can range from anywhere from $200 a month to as high as $1,000 a month for an executive suite. Okay, so again, it gives you a professional address. They use in real nice locations. They handle your mail and packaging. They put your mail in your box. They sign for your letters. Also, with that suite, you usually get a local telephone number. You usually get voicemail to your phone that's accessible with an executive suite. And you have a professional person answering it. You have call screening before they send it off to you or send off-site to you on your home phone or cell phone. You got 24-hour access to the business center. They give you a code, a key card to access the building, but they give you a code to access the fax machine and copy your service. And those are the essentials for the executive suite. Now, we're dealing with mail. They also have a mail version of it. You can just have the physical address and pick up your mail. That's all. They will sort your mail for you, put it in your box. You just come and pick it up. That's a mail service. Also, part of that package, not the mail service, the executive suite, you have access to training rooms or meeting rooms, conference rooms. You usually have 3 different size rooms. One can fit maybe 4 or 5 people, which is going to be like an interior office. One would be a large conference room that's real nice, over glass walls looking into the reception area sometime, looking outdoors. That may can seat probably 12 or more people. And also they have like a training lab or training rooms that you can do a seminar if need be. Training room would be like a group of desk tables, and you have a board, and you have a presentation for a overhead slide. So those are available as well. You can rent them by the day. If you don't have the executive office, if you have the executive office, usually free to you. If you don't have it, then you can rent them by the day. So let's go to virtual offices themselves. Virtual offices is what it means, virtual office. You have the address. You could have phone service, phone and address, and they will just forward the calls to you. But you will have to pay for conference meetings, conference room space, and for training space. Usually you can get virtual offices from just a mailbox of $30 a month and up, or you can go as high as $100. Depends on what the location is. You know, they can do the phone and address. Of course, you have a professional appearance because it's going to be in a nice space. It can be downtown. Some really, really good real estate to show that to your clients that you're really stable, you have a good location. Of course, you have access to the meeting rooms. That's information on virtual offices. Again, you can have one just for phone, or you can have one for phone and mail, or you can have one for phone. You can have one just for answering, and you have a private day office for like $15 a month, maybe $15 an hour. Training rooms can range anywhere from $20 an hour, or a day rate, maybe $100 or $200. Executive offices, you can start at $3, maybe around $2 something a month and go up. Depends on where it's located. And also they have a internet video conference room as well. You can rent that as well. So this allows you to work from home. And when you need to meet with a client, or you need to get your mail, or you need to do business, you have a business location to go to. There are if you Google anything, you'll see companies like Regis, who has 2,000 offices throughout the world. There are some other companies like them that you can go out and get this information as well. Again, Google is your friend. You can find one. If you look at a local place, just want to have a local executive suite, so use a little cheaper. You can negotiate the rates with the manager. They're really, really nice. They're real hospitable to people. So just ask them, hey, what can I get for such and such? So, they'll tell you, hey, yeah, this is going to be workable. This is not going to be workable. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me at our new address is tim@thecorebusinessshow, or you can send it to info@thecorebusinessshow.com. We have a new website up. New website is thecorebusinessshow.com. Is in development, but some things are already up there. Some stories are already up there as well. Everybody, thank you for listening to The Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. You can download these episodes on iTunes and Blog Talk Radio. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to The Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For a free quote on equipment leasing and financing, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. And fill out the information to receive your free quote. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to The Core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. Thanks again for listening to The Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.